Welcome to Global English Stories. Let me ask you something. Are you tired of feeling behind in life? Do your days feel out of control? Do you wake up feeling late, even when you're on time? Maybe you want to change. Maybe you've tried. You've told yourself, tomorrow I'll wake up early. Tomorrow I'll be better. But then tomorrow comes, and nothing changes. Listen to me carefully. This is not about waking up at 5 a.m. This is about waking up to your life. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are just overloaded with noise, stress, and other people's demands. You don't need more pressure. You need space. Space to think, space to breathe, space to grow, and that space exists in the early morning. At 5 a.m., the world is quiet. There are no messages, no meetings, no noise, just peace and you. That quiet time is your gift. It's your chance to stop reacting and start creating. It's your chance to stop surviving and start living. This is not a video about time. This is a story about your future, about who you could become if you take back your mornings. You might be thinking, can I really do this? Yes, you can. You don't need to change your whole life overnight. You just need to take one small step each day. And that's why you should watch this video till the end. Because by the end, you'll know how to do it, why it works, and who has already done it. People just like you. You'll learn about the 20-20-20 method that has changed thousands of lives. You'll hear real stories from people who started with nothing. And you'll leave with a plan to change your mornings and your life. So stay with me, not because this video is special, but because you are. And your life is too important to sleep through. Let's begin. Part 1. The world sleeps. You rise. The world is still sleeping, but you are awake. And that simple truth changes everything. At 5 a.m., everything feels different. The streets are empty. The sky is dark. The noise is gone. The world is quiet. But inside you, something begins to move. This is your time. No calls, no emails, no traffic. Just peace, just silence, just you. Most people are still in bed. They are dreaming, waiting, sleeping through the first hours of life. But not you. You are up. You are breathing. You are alive. And that gives you a secret cause when the world sleeps. You rise. And when you rise, you take control. This is not about being faster than others. This is about being first. First to meet yourself in the quiet. First to decide what kind of day you want. First to build your mind, body, and heart before the noise begins. This hour gives you a head start. You can think clearly. You can move freely. You can plan your day with purpose. No one is watching. No one is judging. It's just you. Most people spend their days reacting. They wake up late. They rush. They follow the noise. But you are different. You are starting your day before the world tells you what to do. This is your edge. It's not magic. It's not a trick. It's just time. Clean, quiet, and powerful. This is when you can write your goals. This is when you can stretch your body, breathe deeply, and feel your own strength. This is when you can learn something new, read something inspiring, or simply sit in silence and listen to your own thoughts. The early morning is where greatness begins. Not on the stage, not in the spotlight, but here, in the dark, when no one is clapping and no one is watching. That's what makes it powerful. Because what you do in the silence is what builds your voice for the world. Ask yourself, what if one quiet hour every morning could change the next 23 hours of your day. Would you give yourself that gift? You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to win every day. You just need to show up for yourself. The world is full of noise, opinions, and stress. But the early morning gives you the opposite: stillness, focus, freedom. You are not better than others because you wake up early. You are becoming better than who you used to be. This is not a race. This is not a trend. This is a quiet promise from you to yourself. I will lead my life. I will not just follow the world. It starts with one morning, then another, and slowly, it becomes a habit, a strength, a way of life. So tomorrow, when the world is sleeping, you rise. You take the first breath of a new day. You move with purpose. You think with clarity. You build your life before the world begins theirs. And every morning you do this, you rise not just in time, but in life. Part 2. Why the 5 a.m. habit creates winners. Waking up at 5 a.m. may sound simple, but it is more powerful than you think. It's not just about getting up early. It's about training your mind, your habits, and your future. Most people think success comes from talent, luck, or money, but many winners succeed because they do small things again and again with discipline. And waking up early is one of those small things. When you rise at 5 a.m., you are not just waking your body. You are waking your willpower. You are choosing to lead your day instead of letting the day lead you. Science says that willpower is strongest in the morning. Why? Because your mind is fresh. You are not tired. You are not distracted. You haven't seen bad news. You haven't scrolled social media. Your brain is calm. Your energy is clean. That's why 5 a.m. is the perfect time to grow. It's the perfect time to build mental strength. You see, nobody is watching you at 5 in the morning. There is no audience, no applause, no reward. And that's why it matters. When you train at 5 a.m., it's not for the world. It's for you. That's how discipline is built. In silence, without attention. Discipline is doing what you said you would do, even when you don't feel like doing it. And every time you wake up at 5 a.m., especially when it's hard, you are telling yourself, I am serious about my life. You are proving that you can keep a promise. You are building trust with yourself. That self-trust is powerful. It's what helps people take big steps later. Starting a business, running a marathon, writing a book, changing their lives. It all starts with small wins. Small wins lead to big results. Winners are not always the smartest. They are just the ones who keep showing up. And when you rise early, you show up before the rest of the world even begins. Look at great athletes, artists, and leaders. Many of them have one thing in common. They use the early morning to prepare their mind and body. Kobe Bryant, the basketballer, practiced before sunrise. Robin Sharma wrote about the power of the 5 a.m. club. Many CEOs and leaders do deep work before the day starts. Why? Because they understand. Your morning controls your mood. Your morning controls your energy. Your morning controls your actions. If you win the morning, you win the day. Think of your day like a domino line. The first domino is your morning habit. If that domino falls strong and steady, the rest of the day follows with power. But if you start late, tired, stressed, the rest of the day feels heavy. Starting early doesn't guarantee success, but it gives you time. And time is your best friend when you are trying to grow. You get time to move your body. You get time to think. You get time to learn. You get time to dream. At 5 a.m., life moves slower, but you move faster inside. This habit doesn't make you better than others, but it makes you better than the old you, the tired you, the distracted you, the version of you who gave up too soon. When you wake up at 5 a.m., you are saying, "My goals matter. My dreams matter. I matter." That is the mindset of winners. It doesn't mean you will never fail. You will miss days. You will feel tired. But the point is not perfection. The point is progress. Even 3 days a week is a strong start. The habit of waking up early becomes a mirror. It shows you who you are becoming. And every morning you rise. You are not just changing your day. You are changing your identity. You're no longer someone who waits for change. You are someone who creates it. So if you want to become stronger, start when it's hard. Start when no one claps. Start when the bed feels warm, but your future calls louder. That's where champions are born, in the quiet, in the dark, at 5 a.m. Part 3. The Morning Mirror. Who are you becoming? Every morning you look in the mirror. But have you ever truly seen yourself? Not just your face, not your hair or your clothes, but your life, your direction, your future. That's what the early morning gives you, a quiet mirror, not made of glass, but made of time, silence, and truth. At 5 a.m., no one is around. There's no noise, no phone, no meetings, no pressure. It's just you, alone, awake. And that's where the most honest questions begin. Who am I becoming? What am I doing with my life? Am I proud of the choices I'm making? You may not have all the answers. That's okay. The power is in asking. In the early morning, you can hear yourself. In the day, life gets loud. But at 5 a.m., your heart speaks softly and clearly. This is not about being perfect. This is not about working all day, every day. This is about meeting yourself before the world meets you. Because if you don't take time to shape your identity, the world will shape it for you. And that's dangerous. The world tells you you're not enough. You need more likes, more money, more things. But in the morning silence, you realize you are already enough. You just need to grow into your own power. At 5 a.m., you can take back control of your thoughts. You can think about your goals, your values, your dreams. You can ask yourself, is the life I'm living the life I want to live? You can see clearly, not just what you are doing, but who you are becoming. Are you becoming strong? Are you becoming kind? Are you becoming someone who keeps promises? Every morning is a chance to adjust your direction. Just like a plane changes course by just 1 degree, that small change, over time, leads to a completely new place. If you spend 5 minutes every morning thinking about your values, your actions will slowly follow your thoughts. If you reflect for just a few minutes, you may stop a bad habit before it grows. You may start a good habit before it fades. That's the secret of growth. Not big changes all at once, but small reflections, daily, in the quiet of morning. Winners, leaders, and great thinkers know this. They don't just plan their day. They prepare their character. They ask, what kind of person do I want to be today? How do I want to speak, act, lead, grow? This is the real mirror of the morning. It shows you the habits you are building, the choices you are repeating, and the story you are writing with your actions. Because you are not just doing things. You are becoming someone. The way you treat your time is the way you treat your life, and the way you treat your life shapes who you become. So, if you wake up and give your first hour to reflection, you're telling your future, I care, I'm listening, I'm growing. You don't need to write pages in a journal. You can just sit, or think, or ask yourself one question. What do I want from today? Even that small moment can change everything. The early morning is not just for the body, it's for the soul. It's when you see your weaknesses and forgive them. It's when you see your strength and believe in it. The world will try to tell you who to be, but the mirror of morning tells you who you truly are and who you're becoming. So take that moment, stand still, breathe deep, and look, not at the glass, but inside yourself. The most powerful thing you can ever become is someone who chooses their path with purpose. You're not lost. You're learning. You're not behind. You're building. And it all begins here, in the quiet mirror of morning. Part 4, the 20-20-20 rule. Move, reflect, grow. You wake up. It's 5 a.m. What now? You sit on the edge of the bed. You want to do something, but not sure what. This is where most people stop. They don't have a plan, but winners have a system, a powerful, simple system. It's called the 20-20-20 rule. This rule was made popular by Robin Sharma in his book, The 5 a.m. Club. But it's not just a rule. It's a way to shape your day and your life in just one golden hour. Here's how it works. You divide your first hour after waking up into 3 parts. Each part is 20 minutes long, 20 minutes to move, 20 minutes to reflect, 20 minutes to grow. Let's break it down, not just with facts, but with feeling. The first 20, move. Get up, stand tall, move your body. It doesn't matter if you're an athlete or a beginner, you just need to move. Stretch, walk, do jumping jacks, dance, go for a run, do yoga, ride a bike. Whatever works for you, just move. Why is this important? Because when you move your body, you wake up your power. Your blood starts to flow. Your brain becomes sharper. Your energy rises like the sun. Science shows that exercise in the morning does more than help your health. It improves your mood. It lowers stress. It helps you think clearly and feel strong for the rest of the day. You are not just waking up your body. You are waking up your confidence. When you start your day with movement, you send a message to yourself, I am ready, I am alive, I can do this. The second 20, reflect. Now that your body is awake, it's time to quiet your mind. This is the most beautiful part of the morning. You sit in peace, you breathe, you think, you feel. This time is for reflection. That could mean journaling your thoughts, writing what you're thankful for, saying a prayer, meditating in silence, asking yourself deep questions. Why does this matter? Because reflection gives you clarity. It reminds you of who you are and where you're going. You've been running so fast in life. This is the moment to pause and look inside. Ask yourself, what am I proud of? What do I want to improve? How can I be better today? This is not about being perfect. It's about being honest. Even 5 minutes of true reflection can change the way you feel for the next 15 hours. Reflection builds inner strength. It helps you stay calm when the world gets loud. It helps you make better choices. And most of all, it helps you know yourself. The third 20, grow. Your body is strong. Your mind is clear. Now it's time to grow. This 20 minutes is for learning. You feed your brain, you build your future. You can read a book, watch an inspiring video, listen to a podcast, study something new, learn about money, health, history, or success. This is the time to expand your mind. Most people say, I don't have time to read. But when you wake up early, you do. This learning time is not for school or grades. It's for you. Because every great leader is a lifelong learner, and growth doesn't stop after graduation. It begins every morning. When you feed your mind with good ideas, you make better decisions. You speak with more confidence. You feel stronger inside. And if you do this every day, even for just 20 minutes, you will be smarter, wiser, and more prepared than 90% of people around you. The golden hour. So now you understand. Move, reflect, grow. That's 60 minutes. 1 hour for yourself. 1 hour to become stronger, wiser, and calmer. You might say, but I'm too busy. Let me ask you this. Can you give yourself just 1 hour a day? 1 hour before the world takes over your time? You give hours to your job. You give time to family, to emails, to social media, to stress. Now it's time to give 1 hour to your dreams. This 1 hour can change everything. You will have more energy, make smarter choices, speak with more power, sleep better, feel better, grow faster. And you don't need to do it perfectly. Some days you'll feel lazy. Some days you'll skip. That's okay. But don't give up. Keep returning, because this hour is sacred. It is your gift to yourself. The 20-20-20 rule is not magic. It's a system, a habit, a commitment, and it works. For students, for workers, for parents, for leaders, it works because it gives you time to connect with your body, mind, and spirit. So tomorrow morning, when the alarm rings at 5 a.m., get up, move your body, reflect on your life, grow your mind. Your future self is waiting. Part 5. Success leaves clues. Real stories, real people. You've learned about the power of the 5 a.m. hour. You've heard how moving, reflecting, and growing can change your life. But maybe you still wonder, do real people actually live this way? The answer is yes. And not just famous people, regular people too. Success always leaves clues. You just have to look. Let's start with some names you might know. Tim Cook is the CEO of Apple. He wakes up every day at 3:45 a.m. While the world is sleeping, he checks emails, does a workout, and prepares for the day ahead. He doesn't do it to show off. He does it because he knows the power of early hours. By the time the world wakes up, he's already done his thinking, planning, and growing. Michelle Obama, the former First Lady of the United States, is another example. During her busy years at the White House, she made time to exercise early in the morning. She once said that waking up early was the only time she could truly take care of herself, body and mind, before the demands of the day took over. If someone that busy can make time, maybe you can too. But let's go beyond famous names. Let's talk about the people you may never hear about on TV. The people who proved that waking up early is not just for the rich or powerful. There's a nurse named Clara. She worked long night shifts, but she wanted to become a doctor. She had a choice, rest more or rise earlier. She chose to rise. Every morning before her shift ended, she would study medical books for just 30 minutes. Then an hour. It wasn't easy. She was tired, but she kept going. And one day, she wore a doctor's coat, not because she was lucky, but because she showed up at 5 a.m. again and again. Then there's Jamal, a father of 3. He worked at a factory all day. He came home tired, but he had a dream, to start a small clothing business. The only time he had to work on his dream was early in the morning, so he started waking up at 5. At first, he only wrote ideas. Then he found suppliers. Then he built a website. Slowly, his small idea became something real. His kids now wear clothes with his brand on it. He's still growing, but he started by rising before the world. These are not just stories. They are reminders. People like you can rise early. People with jobs, with kids, with stress. They found 1 hour in the morning, and that 1 hour opened a new future. So why do these people wake up early? It's not because they love alarms or cold mornings. It's because they want more out of life. They want to own their time, not just survive their schedule. Let's be honest. The world is busy. If you don't claim your morning, someone else will claim your day, your boss, your emails, your phone, your problems. That's why waking up early is not just a habit. It's a statement that says, I choose myself first. Think about this. You don't need to be rich to rise early, but waking up early can lead to a rich life. Rich in energy, rich in purpose, rich in growth. Every great person had a starting point, and for many it started in silence, in darkness, while others slept. They used that time to think, to learn, to build. They used that time to become. But here's something powerful. It's not just what they did, it's what they became. When you rise early, you start becoming the person you were meant to be. You gain confidence, you build self-respect, you show your mind and body that you can keep a promise, even if no one is watching. That's the secret. At 5 a.m., no one is watching, no one is clapping, but you are doing the work, and that's where greatness is born, in quiet hours, without applause. So now, ask yourself, what do you want? What are you building? Who are you becoming? Because success is not a mystery. It's a pattern. It's a path. And many people have walked it before you. Their lives leave clues. Their habits show us the way. And one of those habits, again and again, is the 5 a.m. start. Now, it's your turn, your story, your clue. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be rich. You don't need to know everything. You just need to start. Start with 15 minutes earlier, then 30, then an hour. Start by sitting in silence. Start by reading one page. Start by moving for just 5 minutes. But start. And remember this, the people you admire, the ones with strength, success, and calm energy, they don't have more time than you. They just use their mornings better. Tomorrow the world will sleep. But maybe you will rise. Part 6. How to Start Your 5 a.m. Life. By now, you know that waking up early can change your life. You've heard the stories, felt the motivation, and maybe even imagined what your mornings could look like. But now comes the real question. How do you actually do it? The idea of waking up at 5 a.m. sounds powerful, but also difficult, especially if you've always been a night owl or have a busy, tiring life. Let's begin with a simple truth. You don't need to be perfect. Starting your 5 a.m. life is not about being strict or forcing yourself to suffer. It's about giving yourself time. Time to grow. Time to become better. Time to breathe. So, how do you begin? First, you must prepare the night before. If you want to win your morning, you must win your evening. Try to sleep 15-30 minutes earlier each night. Don't jump straight to 9 p.m. sleep if you're used to 1 a.m. Take small steps. Your body needs time to adjust. Before sleeping, keep your phone away from your bed. The light from screens can make your brain stay active. Try reading a book instead, or sit in silence for 5 minutes. Say something kind to yourself. Set a clear intention. Tomorrow, I rise for me. Now here's a powerful trick. Make mornings easier for your future self. Lay out your clothes the night before. If you want to exercise, put your shoes by the door. If you plan to read, place the book where you'll see it first. If you want to journal, keep the notebook open with a pen on the table. These small actions reduce morning decisions and give your brain fewer reasons to quit. Use alarms that inspire you. Instead of a loud beep, set a voice recording that says something meaningful. Wake up, your future is waiting. Or play soft music that makes you feel strong. When the alarm rings, don't think. Just move. Don't ask yourself if you're tired. Don't negotiate. Just stand up, brush your teeth, splash cold water on your face. Then, start your golden hour. Remember the 20-20-20 rule. Move for 20 minutes. Stretch, walk, or do light exercise. Reflect for 20 minutes. Journal, pray, or sit in silence. Grow for 20 minutes. Read a book, watch a course, or write your thoughts. You can adjust this to fit your life. Even 10-10-10 is a good start. The point is to begin your day with power, not pressure. But let's be honest. Some days you'll fail. You'll sleep late, you'll hit snooze, you'll skip your routine. That's okay. The key is, don't give up. One bad day doesn't mean you've failed. It just means you're human. The important thing is to return to your promise the next day. Over time, waking up early becomes easier. It becomes natural. It becomes part of who you are. You also don't have to do this alone. Tell a friend. Find an accountability partner. Share your goal with someone who supports you. Or even keep a tracker. Mark every day you wake up before 6 a.m. Watch your progress. Celebrate your effort. Reward yourself. After your golden hour, enjoy a nice cup of tea or your favorite breakfast. Listen to music you love. Watch the sunrise. Let your body feel the gift of this time. You earned it. And never forget, you don't have to love every morning. But you will love what these mornings do to your life. You'll start to feel more in control, more peaceful, more proud. You'll see that even in a busy, noisy world, you can create space for yourself. This space is where dreams begin. This is where confidence grows. This is where you meet the strongest version of you. So, are you ready? Are you ready to stop rushing and start rising? You don't have to wait for the perfect moment. The moment is already here. You don't have to wait to feel ready. You become ready by doing. Start with one morning. Just one. Prove to yourself that you can do it. Then another. And another. Soon it won't just be a habit. It will be your identity. You will become the kind of person who rises before the world and lives with power, clarity, and purpose. Part 7. Your life is waiting. The clock is ticking. One day you will remember this moment. You will remember the day you asked yourself, "Am I living the life I want?" You will remember the day you made a new choice, to wake up for yourself, to stop waiting, to stop sleeping through your life. This is that day. This is not just about waking up at 5 a.m. This is about waking up to your power. It's about saying, no more wasted mornings, no more lost time. It's about saying, I am ready now. Because the truth is, time will not wait for you. Every morning you sleep through is a moment you'll never get back. The world sleeps, but you don't. The world waits, but you act. When you wake up early, you're not just starting your day. You're choosing yourself. You're choosing your dreams. You're choosing your future. Yes, it's hard, but so is staying stuck. Yes, it's cold in the morning, but so is regret. Some people will laugh. They'll say, "Why wake up so early?" Let them laugh. Because one day, they will see how far you've come. They'll see that while they were sleeping, you were building. You were growing. You were rising. This is your reminder. You don't need anyone's permission to start. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to take the first step. Wake up one morning, then do it again, and again. And over time, it will change everything. You will become calmer, stronger, braver. You will look in the mirror and see someone who keeps showing up, even when it's hard. You'll remember this moment. The moment you said, "Enough. I'm ready to live my life. I'm ready to rise." The clock is ticking. The sun is coming. The morning is yours, if you choose it. So ask yourself one final question. Will tomorrow be different? Will it be yours? And if your answer is yes, Then tomorrow at 5. Rise for yourself. Thank you for watching this story. If it inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. See you in the next story.